folks, good evening. Welcome back to another Wednesday night live stream. Really do appreciate you being here. If you're part of the replay, jump down below and say boo. Otherwise, if you're here live, say hi, jump over to the chat, and let us know how you're doing. How's your week been? What have you been up to? And what's going on? If you do have any questions, please chuck them down in the comments as well if you're on the replay. Otherwise, if you're here live, more than happy to answer any questions live as well. I'll do my best to answer. If I don't have the answer, I'll hopefully direct you to the right person that potentially can give you the answer. But look, tonight we're just actually, hopefully tonight is the last night of our pre-fundraising, meaning I think I now have an official kickoff for the main event. I've been on the phone this week organizing that with Backpacks around platform of choice and how we're going to be proceeding going forward. So hopefully next week, if I get my act together, now that I've got the green light, we can get things in order. I've got to do a little bit of setup. It will be a little bit different than last year just because of the way things have been. Hopefully we can get that set up and we'll be kicking off from next week. But more details on that to come. I'll drop a video and we can talk all about it. But that's exciting. So tonight we're actually just doing a little bit more pre-fundraising. At the moment, we're already on $782, which I'm super grateful for. There's some of you chucking in some really big dollars tonight. Not sure if I have sent the individual a message if they want to be anonymous tonight or if they want to have a chance to win, because at the moment they've probably got like probably have about 50 entries because of how much they donated, so they may win the duck race. But we'll get to all that shortly. Hope you're all doing well. Can't believe it's another week. We're full force into FY26. Had to think about that one. And I hope it's all, been a good start to you all. So let's see who's in the chat. I know there is a State of Origin tonight, so sorry about the clash, folks. You had to choose between one or the other. And I know a lot of you have chosen State of Origin, which is, that's okay. We've got Trickster's Cove becoming a new member. Thank you so much for jumping on board. Extraction. Hi, Kristen team. Good luck to everyone. I'll watch replay. No worries. All good. We've got Narayna in the house. How are we doing? Appreciate you. Yeah, 100%. Mel and Otis, I'll have to catch the replay. No worries at all. Cheers. Thanks for being here. If anyone is keen for a chance to win from the raffle tonight, we do have this Champions Path Pack. There's some pretty cool cards in this. We'll talk about that. And there's a few other cool goodies for the giveaways, whether you're a member or public. The public giveaway is in the comments down below. Otherwise, I will put it into the chat a little bit later. Actually, I'll drop it in there now just before I forget. While we're all here, this is for the public and members. If you jump over to the community page, you can, you can win over there. Chance to win. So if I can spell, chance to win. And how's everyone doing? Like, what's been happening, folks? We got Andrew in the house. How are we doing, Andrew? Thank you for being here. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Narayna, how you doing again? Yo, Christian. And Christian has actually asked a question tonight, so we'll get to that tonight. Thanks for the question, Christian. Always appreciate your questions. We have Katrina. How are we doing? Good evening, Lifestyle Legends. We got Johnny Boy. Love it. How you doing, buddy? There's like 4 lives on tonight, bars to keep up. Because of probably Whatnot. Yeah, and look, that's a good segue. So Forest Finds has asked, when am I jumping on Whatnot? And look, this is a very good question. I was asked it last week, and I don't really have a plan for it. Last week I said, yeah, short term, definitely not. But I have had some thoughts about it after thinking about it for a week, what I would be selling on there, because I don't really have, a lot of collectibles and stuff, but I do have, and I've probably got about 100, 200 teas. I've probably got some other stock that we could do really, really cheap just for people to either source or collect or whatever. So definitely have been thinking about how to do it. I've actually thought about it would be really good for fundraising potentially, which, could be a good opportunity. But I'd need to test it. So, yeah, I agree. Awesome system cloves from you there, All Games. Yeah, I can probably do some cloves. I've got a lot of cloves, and I think it could be some good fun, actually. So, look, I might think about looking at that over the next 90 days. There we go. Because I'm freeing up time. I've got my new guy. He started. He's been doing some amazing work. Actually, pretty cool story. And spoiler alert for next week's video. But So he's been with us for a week now, and he's photoed something. We've sold that something. So photoed something. John, my lister, has listed that something, and then we sold that something, and he's even posted that something, and that was all in within about a 48-hour, 72-hour turnaround, which is pretty cool. Which means I didn't have anything to do with it. So that's a really exciting milestone. But yes, Forrest, sooner than later, hopefully. We have Thomas in the house. How are we doing, Thomas? Thanks for being here. Dion, my man, how you doing, sir? It would be a great way to do some fundraising. But I do have 1,000 things going on, so I've just got to manage that accordingly. But definitely something to suss out. Just maybe I'll just do a random stream through the day or something, and sell off a whole bunch of clothes. I've got a whole bunch of clothes I do want to sell, and people can probably get some quick bargains. But I need to test one out, so maybe we'll do that in the coming weeks. All right. Yeah. So tonight we're actually just we're still continuing on to raise some money for backpacks. More than happy to answer any questions. Like I said, the good news is it looks like we've now locked down the plan for Backpack for Vic Kids for the 20,000 fundraiser this year in terms of actually scheduling out weeks with prizes. To get you guys excited, obviously we had the prizes come through from Justin the other week. We went for all those Pokemon cards that he's donated. Today I have sourced one collector's edition Zelda Switch Lite, and I've also got a purple Switch Lite with a game. I don't think it's a steel case, but it's got a hardcover case. So that's coming as well. So I'm already stocked up on a few of those cool prizes. We are working on our major prize. There's a couple of major prizes up for grabs potentially. I haven't finalized which will be the highest one because I haven't got the value of it yet. But getting all that all ready this week. Hopefully we kick off next week, and we're probably looking for might be a 12, 13 week campaign, I'm thinking. So a little bit behind, but I think it's all going to work out in the end. So more on that hopefully from next week. Well, sorry, if we start next week, I'll have more details in advance of next week. It might mean that next week I do the announcement and then we start the week after that. So just getting that all firmed up and ready to rumble. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, well, Backpack for Vic Kids is a charity that basically support vulnerable children in need. Basically kids that get pulled out of home and then have to go to out-of-home care, whether it's through foster, whether it's through different departments, or sometimes it can be in some really sticky situations. But Backpack for Vic Kids run a number of different programs that help support these kids in those situations. These kids age from obviously newborns all the way up until 17, 18, and basically helping them, in those emergency accommodation situations. And they provide essentially the My Essential backpacks, which have all the appropriate goods that they need if they go into these situations, such as toiletries, clothing, sleepwear, torches, blankets, toys, all these different things. And they also have these other programs, which we've got the My Essentials, we've got the School Essentials, which is similar to the My Essentials, but relevant for school staff. We've got the Youth Outreach packs, which is for the rough sleeper packs for young adults that are essentially living it rough on the streets. Then we've got the Christmas for Kids in Care program, which is basically providing a Santa pack for these kids that don't necessarily get presents on Christmas. And that's actually where our money's going towards this year. We're aiming to raise $20,000. They've got a target of $40,000, so hopefully we can do half of that for them. And then they also have a disaster relief pack as well. So those guys are doing amazing work, but you guys have done an amazing work as well over the last 4 or 5 years. We have raised $28,000 so far since beginning this, and hopefully this year we can get that close to $50,000. That would be ideal. So tonight, look, again, this is just pre-fundraising because we don't have all the things locked in. As I said, we should be kicking off from next week or the week after now that I've got it all finalized. We do have a Champions Path pack tonight, which there are some pretty cool cards that you can get in this. If you want to jump in, it's $5. If you spend a bit more, you'll get a few more bumps in terms of raffle tickets. We also have some public giveaways and member giveaways tonight. And if you get into those and if you do win, we are giving away raffle tickets for the main events. So you can claim those a little bit later as well. So $5, you might get something, you might not get something. It's all going to a good cause regardless. So I appreciate if you can jump in. All the help helps. It really does. It really does. I'm going to be tracking all the donations that come in on the side here while I'm chatting to you guys. And we've actually had tonight. We've actually got $227 that have come through. So we're already sitting on about 782, and I think we've just jumped up to 787 now. So good job, team. Good job. I know it's going to be a bit of a quiet one tonight because a lot of people are probably in other whatnot live streams, which is becoming a bit of a challenge, of course, and competing for people's attention. Everyone's entitled to do whatever they want when they want, and you can watch who you want as well. The good thing is you don't have to be here to win, but obviously if you're here, it's a bit more enjoyable for me. So we're basically going to be opening up some cards, some giveaways at around 9 o'clock. We'll do the raffle. We do have for the members tonight, along with just the packs we've been opening, I've got 2 packs of Sword and Shield base. Nothing crazy there, but it was just cool that I found them in my stash. And I figured they would be a little bit of fun to open up for you guys as well. So I thought, why not, right? It's why not. But what's been happening, folks? I can see there's 15 of you here in the chat. How are we kicking off for FY26? Forest Finds, I have not watched any. I have not been on any. I haven't been able to. Like, a lot of them have been, sorry, I mean, I know there's a lot of people that I don't know are obviously doing it, but the people that I do know that are doing it, they've done it at times where I haven't been able to attend. Like, I know there's someone now. I think 2 Aussie Thrifters have done theirs on the Friday afternoons, which hasn't been feasible for me either. And I think there's one on Tuesday nights, which I can't do either. So, it is what it is. But I do need to spend some time and look at it to see if it's going to be something that I want to dabble in at all. But I'm also happy not to be on there because everyone that I've spoken to have said, I was chatting to Dion the other day and he said, he spent money. He doesn't even know why he spent money. So it sounds like it's very easy to spend money on there. And especially if you sign up, I think you get the $15 coupon or whatever. So crazy stuff. You got to be careful. Hey, Joy, how are we? Hope you're doing well. We're in 2025, but FY26, it's mad when you think about it. Where are the flying cars? Yeah, look, Thomas, I thought there would be a few other more technological advancements. I mean, there's obviously some crazy things that have been happening, right? But yeah, it's interesting. I think a lot of us thought we were going to have flying cars by now, but, it doesn't always play out the same way we expect. It's just funny, right? How we have these expectations of how we think the world's going to go, but it either surprises us because it goes a different direction for the better, or it goes a different direction for the worse. I think we're doing okay, all things considered. We are getting there slowly. Pretty good, thanks. Chugging along nicely. That's good. Consistency over a long period of time is all you need. It can be a bit of a grind, not going to lie. Sales have been pretty slow for me, actually, this week. It's been a bit of a grind to just get us back up to our targets. We're actually not doing the average that I want to be doing to hit our goals this year so far. We're currently, we're pretty much behind by about we're down 50% of where I want to be, which is a little bit unfortunate. But I think there's plenty of time to make up for it. Hey, Suzanne, I nearly forgot about this. No worries at all. There's lots going on. I know people's attention is getting pulled from every angle of the internet, all over the world, TV, family, our commitments, all these different things. So I do appreciate you choosing to drop in, whether it's for 5 minutes or for the full hour. It means the world to me. We're just chilling here tonight, Susan. So if you've got any questions, this is my way to give back, right? Of course, we're going to be fundraising as well. We'll do some giveaways. But if people have questions, that's really, it's open. It's open office hours, a chance for people to ask a question. If I can help, I will share. If I don't have the answer, I won't I won't make up an answer. I'll just tell you I don't know, because I definitely don't have it all figured out. That's for sure. I got some really good feedback on the whiteboard video I did the other week. I believe a lot of you have been enjoying those. And, those ones are a bit of a stretch for myself. They're things that I've always wanted to do, and there's a lot of them I have in a backlog that I want to work on. But, they take a different kind of um, mentality around, I guess, sorry, not mentality, just mental space, because there's a lot of thinking, a lot of preparation, and I want to make sure there's some level of responsibility when it comes to those things, because talking numbers, and obviously, it's not financial advice or anything, but have to be mindful of what I share and making sure people understand it. So delivering that in a responsible manner so that I'm not just, chucking numbers around and expecting people to get it. Like there needs to be some level of like helping people, understand that information rather than just chuck it all out there and drop it and, have people that do understand it say this is amazing and others be left in, in the deep water with no idea what's going on. So got to be mindful of that. Hey, Tricksters, thanks for becoming a member. New seller, 2 months, 49 listings, 7 sales, reduced prices, but nothing for 3 to... Do I remain patient? Interesting stuff, Tricksters. So I would be evaluating of the last 2 months. So let's say 90 days, you've sold 49. Sorry, in the last 90 days, in this case, 2 months, you've sold 7 sales. And you've listed, it sounds like 49 plus 7, right? So we're looking at 58 listings and you've sold 7. So look, I mean, it's not bad. My encouragement to you would be, one, of those 12% of items that have sold, what were they and why did they sell, right? Were they priced right? Were they just really good items? What are they different compared to the other 49 that you have listed? Answer that question for yourself. If the other items are the same stuff, it could just be timing, could be trending, like trends and seasons. It could be pricing, could be photos, could be keywords, could be listing titles. But the other thing is if you haven't listed anymore for the last 3 to 4 weeks, your traffic will drop a bit. Especially being a new seller, you want to keep some level of consistency happening through the store. You don't have to be going out sourcing for the sake of sourcing, but just cleaning it up or putting in an extra item here and there. Because it will attract more people to come and find your store. And so, for instance, when we list jeans, we try to list all our jeans across a couple of days. So that way, if someone sees we're selling, a pair of Levi's, then they realize, oh, we've already got another pair of Levi's. Oh, now they want to buy 2 pairs of Levi's. So that would be something that I think you should look at. And yes, you do need to trust the process and be patient. What was it like having the extra person around the warehouse? It's been it's been great, really, really good. Like I was just sharing before how, I've now had the person do a whole bunch of photos. They're doing the postage, and one of the items they photoed, it sold, and they've even posted it. So like that's been really cool. It's a bit of an adjustment for me in terms of just being mindful of them. Here I am yawning. I'm tired. Just being mindful of other people around, and it's made me elevate my, I guess, awareness around just keeping the place appropriate, clean, safe, all those different things. It's been a nice little reality check and change. But it's good to have other people around. I mean, I've got other team members there as well, but it's always a bit nerve-wracking for having someone new start, and it is like for them, it's going to be nerve-wracking too. But everything's going smoothly, everything's going great. Just no showstoppers, nothing that's of concern. It's all just small little feedback items, fixing this, fixing that, whatever. All expected, to be honest. But yeah, that's going good. It's already been a week, which is just wild to think. They even had their first payday today. Because I pay every fortnight. So it's been really it's been great to finally take that jump. I've been spending a lot of time doing a lot of extra stuff, like cleaning up, planning, setting up some new storage stuff, all these different things, and you'll see that in next week's video. So definitely been a new change and a mentality change, but all good things, all good things. Gets me excited and gets me thinking. And I think the individual's been happy too. We did chat briefly today and they said they're happy. So now we just got to continue to grow together. And I think if we can pick up the momentum because they were doing photos of clothing today. Very impressed with that. Still waiting for John to John's my lister. He'll do some review of that as well and let me know if there's anything else that we need. But I think it's all good. And I must say, like, for me, I'm just gonna quickly say one thing. There's been a lot of people saying that they want to level up this year and all these different things, which I highly support. If people are looking for a level up and they want someone to help with their listings, I would be more than happy to recommend our listing service if anyone's interested. By all means, chuck it out. You can get 5 free listings there. You can sign up, you suss it out, see how it is, and yeah, if that's something that sounds like you can get some help with. And we charge $2 per listing. If you join a subscription, it's $1.50, but you can kick off the process with 5 for free. And we've had some really great reviews and seen some really great success for our customers over the last couple of geez, it must be almost probably a year. Nah, that's gonna stuff up. Hang on, I'm just gonna fix this. Give me a second. This is all over the place. It's gonna freak out. There we go. So this is the listing service here. You can go through, have a look. We've got client testimonials as well. It's really good to see these people. And this is the thing, people that have reached out and wanted to use the tool. I think where they've struggled is they haven't. So maybe they've got more listings, getting done, but they're not using that time instead of listing to do more photos. If you do that, you will grow a lot quicker. Hang in there, Trickster's Cove. Pretty sure most have had lower sales. Yeah, 100%. Like this week, we're down as well. Like I said, we're, last month, it's a timing thing. Last month we were averaging, I think it was 26 per day. At the moment, we're averaging way less than that. So last month we did 33 items per day. At the moment today's been a bit better. We're sitting at about 20. So we've dropped down a fair bit compared to what we were sitting off in June. In May, we were doing 24. In April, we were doing 24. In March, we were doing 26. In Feb, we were doing 23. And in January, we were doing 30 a day. So July has actually started off with a really bit of a slow start. So, we're continuing doing the same thing. Sometimes it's just the nature of the beast in terms of, the demographic of the consumer, who's buying at the moment, who's not buying. Obviously, new financial year, people are waiting for their tax to come back. My recommendation would be to really write it out in terms of getting as much listings and really good quality stock listed up in time for August. I think I talk about this in my last video. Here's a good explanation of why I make that basis. So this sheet here, and sorry, my face is in the way, but essentially where we are right now is this big dip. And if you look at the green, and if you look at the yellow, and if you look at the red, and if you look at the blue and the red, I wasn't really selling clothing then. But if you look at the yellow, the green, and the purple, this is the last 3 years. And always around the end of June, going into the start of July, it's just a huge, big drop, right? And you can see that. It's an average like this for the last 5 years. Basically, we get to the end of July, and that's where it's going to be pretty bad. On average, this is the last 5 years. And then come August, that's when majority, the first week, the second week of August, most people start to get their tax returns back. That's when people are going to have money. They're just willing to spend because they've just got money in their pocket. They're going to get paid. That's when you want to make sure you got stock ready to be sold. So that's what I'm currently gearing up for, just getting as much listed, getting stock ready, all that stuff. And then come early August, we should be ready. Then usually it has a bit of a bull run down again because people have now realized they've spent too much money and they're going to start saving. And then there's probably usually a few more little bumps up in September and October. That's because there's October, November as well. We start to see some of the end of year. So late quarter sales start to build up for toy sales, for getting ready for Christmas. And then it kind of averages out all the way up until the end of December. So that's kind of like what we're looking at. Always going to be a little bit different depending on what you're selling. Obviously, I sell a lot of clothing. And I also sell, a lot of electronics and collectibles. So you got to keep that into mind. Yeah, Susan said, I've been sick, but trying to catch up. Yeah, okay. What's your thoughts on ending old listings and starting again as a... Yeah, I think it's something valid to do. I would recommend if you are ending it, don't just end it and relist it. End it, go into it, see if you can clean things up. Can you change the titles? Can you change the price? Can you update the specifics? Can you change the keywords? And do it that way. I mean, look, if you don't have anything you can do, sure, end and relist. But I would say trying to clean up the listing and then relist it as a new listing. Yes, 100%. Or you could bundle them up. That's a good idea as well. It's very common for a lot of people. All right, we're almost getting up time for the raffle. Got a couple of minutes left, folks. I need to sneeze. I can feel it brewing. We went for a walk before dinner, and geez, that ice was super. So it's like an icy wind. Just messaging someone. That sounds like me too. I'm catching. Yeah, there's been a lot of people sick. Like, been trying to avoid public as much as possible. I really don't want to get sick either. But there's a lot going around. A lot of COVID, a lot of flu. It makes it a bit of a challenge. I feel like you're stepping on everyone's toes or trying to tiptoe around glass. Doesn't it? That's what it feels like. All right, so it's nearly time to do this duck race. For the individual that had made the really big donation, I'm not saying your name in case you want to be anonymous. I've sent you a message on Instagram. Can you please confirm if you want to be in the duck race? You can be in the duck race as anonymous, or you can be in the duck race as your name. It's just that you have 50 ducks because you made a huge donation. So I just want to know what you would prefer. Oh, hello. Good morning. Yo, Tash, how we doing? Appreciate you being here. Oh, just sold a Paw Patrol bundle. There we go. Speak of it. That's what we've got to speak it into life. How about that? Well done. All right. Nearly time for the duck race. Got the raffle about to kick off. If you didn't grab it, there's a chance. No worries, Tash. Thanks for dropping by. You have a wonderful evening. All right. So, word has it that the anonymous donor will not join the duck race tonight, which is very kind of them because it means there is a higher chance for other people to win. So if you didn't get into the raffle, I'm going to put a timer up now just to give everyone a chance to jump in. And then that will be time to do the raffle. Put this up on screen now. Realize you probably can't really see that well. There we go. Timer's just there. You can scan that QR code. You have a great night too, Tash. Thank you. All right, last chance, folks. Jump in. We'll do the duck race. There's only, at the moment, there's only like 5 ducks. So if you jump in now, you have a high chance of winning. 20 seconds. And then we're going to do some giveaways after the raffle. All right, I think 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bam, bam. All right, I'm going to get this set up. Freezing outside. I went for a walk earlier today, Miss Summer. 17 on Saturday will be... Oh, is it going to be 17 on Saturday? That sounds nice. I'm meant to be doing a thrift on Saturday, but we'll see what happens. All right, let's get this set up. The duck race time. Not many duckies, which is great. Chance for some different people to win actually tonight. So we had a total of, I love it. We actually had quite a lot of money come through. But one person has decided to not join the entry of the duck race, which is fine. So we've raised $227 tonight. Thank you. We were aiming for 200. So the timestamp we're going to do is 2 minutes and 27 seconds. Why not? I need to add the names. Let me just grab the names. Here we go. Edit list. And I'll show this on screen in a second. Make sure nothing else trickled through there in the last minute. All right. Time to do some duck racing, folks. Who loves a good duck race? All right, let's share screen. All right, there we go. Duck race time. We're going to do a bit of a long one. Only 4 ducks. Here we go. Oh, we got a copper. Rick Knight is a copper. Shorts time, Thomas. I don't know about shorts. I reckon it's still going to be quite breezy, mate. I can't remember where you're based, Thomas, but maybe if the UV's up there, it's definitely going to be shorts weather. But I don't think it's going to be. Oh, geez. What else has been happening, folks? Anything exciting? It's all a bit quiet tonight. It's also school holidays here in Victoria. I don't know if other parts of Australia, but that's probably another reason why it's a bit quiet tonight. Then we're going to do some giveaways, folks. We'll start off with some public, and then we'll get into the members. A bit of fresh air down there. Never heard anyone. Jeez. Love it. Melbourne as well. Okay, yeah, cool, Thomas. All right. 1 minute to go. 1 minute 15. I mean, Andrew's got a high chance of winning, but I find it funny that usually the ones that have the most in here don't usually win. Just works out that way. Oh, Trickster's Cove 11 in South Australia. Jeez. That's going to be nippy. All right, 45 seconds. And that's surprising, Tricksters, because South Australia is higher than Melbourne. I would have thought it would have been hotter, but that's wild. Yeah, it's been pretty cold. Although we had a beautiful day the other day. It's just the wind today. The wind has been absolutely brutal. No. So the $782 includes the $227 from tonight. I added it in before we went live. So we're almost at 1,000. We're almost at 1,000. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, Rick has won tonight. Now, stream. Rick, are you in the stream, mate? Because I want to be fair, because some of these packs are a bit, they're not really common, and I would love the opportunity for Rick to take it home, sealed or opened. It's up to him. Oh, Trickster, you are Rick. That's you. Is that right, Trickster? Ah, Trickster. Okay, so Trickster, do you want me to open this, or do you want me to send it to you sealed? Up to you, mate. No, I mean, it's purely up to you. Purely up to you. And you may open them. All right. All right. So what I'll do, Trickster, is we'll open these up, and then we will I'll send these out to you as well. If you get a really good hit, even better. I just got to double check what the card trick is on this. So the card trick on this one is, the card trick just means so we know what order to open this up. 4 cards to the back. Okay. Got a little bit of lag there. I think our internet just dropped out. I do apologize if we cut out there, folks. I think we're back. A little bit of lag. All right. So if you didn't hear that, basically what we're going to do is we're going to open this up for Trickster. And then, why is there a lag? Hang on, folks. Let's see if we can just fix this. We've lost the... All right, we're back. All right, so we're going to open this up for Trickster. We're going to do the 4 card trick, and then Trickster, I'll get these sent out to you tomorrow, hopefully. So let's open this up. I haven't opened one of these in a very, very long time. These packs are from, geez, they're going back a little bit. What is it? 2020. So these are 5 years old. We're going to do the card trick. So the card trick is we do 4 to the back. So 1, 2, 3, 4 to the back. And that's so we get the best card at the back. All right, we've got a nice little energy there. Let's see if we can get this focusing a bit better. There we go. All right. Oh, we got Jen in the house. How are we doing, Jen? Thanks for being here. Here we go. Can we get a hit? I hope we can get a hit for Trickster's Cove. That would be pretty cool. Little Rock Ruff, very cute. Little Weedle. Swablu. Here we go. Nothing there. Sorry, Trickster's Cove, but not to worry. We appreciate the dollary dues going to backpacks. Tricksters, the way this works, I think your if I don't have your postage details, I think they came in with the donation. I'll reach out to you and I'll get them from you. But I think I've got them. I'm just going to double check. Yeah, it looks like I've got your shipping address. So easy done. Folks, we've got to do some giveaways now. We've got the public giveaway. Yeah, I appreciate it, mate. Now, if you're new as a member, make sure you jump over to the community tab on my channel, and we have the access to the membership giveaway. And tonight we've got each member is going to be getting 3 packs. Well, sorry, each member that wins will be getting this one, and this one. So there'll be 2 members tonight, and you'll also get 2 raffle tickets for when we kick off the actual main event. And we're hopefully kicking off next week. We're going to have some pretty cool prizes this year. We've got actually got 2 switches, lots of Pokemon stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. So let's go on to Rick Knight. Thank you, Rick. For folks that want to get into the where is this? To the giveaway tonight. Here it is, chance to win. Pin message. I think that's the right one. Crap, I hope I put the right link. Yeah, public giveaway. All right. Chance to win. I'm just going to do that quickly for a minute. Get that all sorted. And then we will get into it, folks. Just give it a minute. Chance to win. There you go. Put the countdown on. Just want everyone a fair chance to get in. I'll just get this ready. So we'll do a wheel spin for the public, and then for the members, we will do a duck race. All right, let's get this set up in the background while we're doing all this. Oh, we've got 14 people jumping in. Appreciate it all, folks. All right, we've got a few people here. Nice. Let's get into the wheels of names. And we'll just wait 20 more seconds, and then we'll do this. Nine seconds. And then we're ready to go. All right, here we go. Happy days. Get rid of that. Just make sure there's no one else that's jumped in. All right, we had one more person jump in. I'll quickly add them in. Well done. All right, let's do this. Here we go. GC. Hi, Chris. Congrats on the FY25 results. You must be pumped with I am extremely pumped with how we finished it. It was a nice little surprise. Definitely wasn't expecting it. Obviously, I was working hard for it, but it was probably better than I originally expected. So definitely a nice way to wrap up the end of the financial year. Yes, I am doing the markets. Last month we did really well with the jackets because it's been cold. So I'll be back there again this month, which is in a couple of weeks. All right, just shovel this. We're going to have two winners here. So the first winner tonight is going to be. There we go. We have. Oh, New Joy. Well done. All right. And then the second winner tonight will be. Oh, top. Oh, top rated smeller. Top rated smeller. Well done. All right. Let's open these up. See if we get you guys some hits, and then we'll get into the members. Starting off with New Joy. New Joy, have you won before? I don't know if you have. I can't remember. This might be New Joy's first Pokemon pack. Could be wrong. Well done, New Joy, regardless. All right, here we go. We've got little Blitzel, a Snow Run, a Nelk stack. That's a mouthful. Oh, New Joy, this is her first. Wow. Defiance Vest, Durant, Toxel, and hey. All right. Not too bad. Kicking off with a bang. So let's look up this card quickly. I don't know if it's worth anything. It might not be, but it's always worth checking out. So this is Paradox Rift, number 210. I need to sneeze. So this card's worth about $10 raw, just as it is. So definitely a good starting card to kick off with for your first card. Just looking for where my sleeves are. Where do I put my sleeves? There they are. Let me just get things opened up. There we go. Well done. And then, so that's for New Joy. Her first pack ever. How good's that? All right, now we're going to do top rated smeller. I love it. And then we'll move on to the members. All right, top rated smeller. Let's do it. One pack for you, sir. Let's see if we can get you a hit. We started off strong. Here we go. And then we'll move on to members. Mindfu, Ferroseed, Gibble, Pampor, Blindside, Crocello, Evolution, Charcadet, Clorf, and Sandy Shocks. Nothing crazy, but cute little card. Quite intense. Nice. Hey, better than nothing. Glad to see that we're both getting hits. All right, now we're going to move on to the members. So if you haven't jumped into the members, you've missed out. I'm not waiting for the members. You guys have all the opportunity in the world. I sent out a community post early this morning. All right, well done, top-rated smeller. Now we will move on to the members. And a lot of you, it's the same people anyway. That's the way the cookie crumbles. And you also have won a raffle ticket. So that's the same for Joy. When we start the main event, you let me know and I'll make sure I get you an extra ticket. All right, so we're going to start off with the members now. Also getting 2 raffle tickets with that as well. You got to claim them. You got to show me the card that I'll send you, and we'll get you a raffle ticket for the main event. All right, let's do a duck race for the members. Oh, we've got 10 members tonight. Did you, Ricky? Did you already jump into the into it, mate? If you don't know how to do it, go to the community page on my YouTube channel, and that's how you get access to it. It's called posts. That's where it is. Now, I'm just going to get this set up. And where are we? Members. Link to sheets. We'll do this and then we'll wrap it up. All right. So we need to do list of names. Looks like we've got 10 people. Don't think anyone else is jumping in. All right. I'm going to get into it then. I haven't had any more names come through. Let's get cracking. Duck race time for the members. So we've got 10 people. So we're going to do a flat 1 minute. Let me share screen before I forget. All right, here we go. We'll do 1 minute. Make sure this is right. All right, here we go. Sorry, just getting this all right. 3, 2, 1. Boo-boo! All right, here we go. So there will be first place, second place, and then last place is the wooden spoon. We'll also get opportunity for some raffle tickets. And then we'll wrap it up. All right. Oh, we've got Dion and Braden going out fast. Got to slow down, lads. Jen's been winning over the last couple of weeks. How is next week's stream going to work? So I'm going to I'll either send out an email or I'm going to do a video in advance, or maybe I'll just do the video next week to announce it. But essentially, it's just, we're going to be doing raffles again, but it's just going to be on a different platform and it'll be a high-end item. There'll be a few little details that we need to do of it. But yeah. Oh, Mel and Otis have come in first. Of course, when they're not here. Mel and Otis. All right. So, Mel and Otis have come in first. Then we've got top-rated Smeller coming in second. Geez, sweeping up. And then Wooden Spoon, who's come in last tonight, was MC Collective. Well done. All right. Let's jump over to the camera. What a night. What is the sound for the duck race? Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting to set that up. All right, so that's for MC Collective. Congratulations. Let's get into Mel and Otis's packs. We're definitely going to open these for them. I know they would. Let's do this. So we'll start off with Paradox Rift, and then we'll get into Sword and Shield base set. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can get Otis something. Little Wisma, Flamigo, Vanillux, Defiance Vest, Durant, Snow Runt, Zacian, very nice. Deoxys, nothing in that one. Let's try again. Come on. Let's get one of the big hits. That would be ideal. It would be ideal. Dottler, Toxel, Lipard, Wimpod, Wogtrio, Minor, Wisma, Groden. Pretty cool. All right, nothing there. If we don't get a hit in this pack, I'll give a card to Otis. I always like to make sure everyone takes home something. Pretty cool pack. Sword and Shield, that means it's 4 to the back. So 4 to the back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Here we go. Heatmore. Can we get a hit? I reckon we will. Minikino, Lucky Egg, and nothing. All right, so I'm going to pull something from the hit pile for Otis. Oh, nice. Well done, Otis. At least you're getting something, mate. Top rated. I spent way too much Pokemon cards on Whatnot than last week, so this is great. Yeah, that's another reason why I don't think it's smart for me to get on to Whatnot. Plus, I don't know, like there's certain, I haven't even done my Pokemon fun for so long because I don't really have the extra freedom of spending that money on whatever I want. And I haven't spent the time on it either. So, you know, we get what we put in, but I've really just been putting any extra dollary dues, one for saving for a house, and secondly, back into the business. Why is this not going in? There we go. Well done, Mal and Otis. Well, I'm glad I could get you some freebies tonight, TRS. All right, let's see if we can actually get you a hit. Once we've done this, we'll wrap it up, folks. I'm pretty tired. Take some rest. All right, here we go. Oh, that's a cute card. Here we go. Ellie Kid, very cute. Mantikite, Kingdra, nothing in that one. Jeez, this is a rough one. Members aren't really getting much tonight. Jeez. Maybe we can make it up in this one. We have a Porygon 2, Octillery, Golbat, Larry, Blindside, Crocella, Evolution, Honage, Blindside, Steelix, nothing. Jeez. Maybe there's a big hit in this one. There wasn't really big hitters back in Sword and Shield base, unfortunately, but maybe we'll get something. We're going to do 4 to the back again. Move the code card. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's so we get to see the hit last, ideally. All right, what do we got here? Energy, Seaking, Thwacky, Lucky Egg, Punard, Sizzlypede, our little puppy, Clubberpuss. We go to Cottony. Come on, come on. Hey, it's nothing crazy, but it's better than nothing. Thought we were going to go dry there for a minute. Better put those sleeves. Sleeve this one up. At least you got something top rated. I'll get these out to you. You know how it works. Appreciate you getting involved as well. Oh, nice. Oh, well, I love that. If you can use that as your side hustle to making some extra dollary dues, even better. unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, like this, I love this. Reselling is obviously my main income. My side hustles are. My side hustles are more so like my investments and things like that. So, and all of that's going into a house at the moment. All right, congratulations. At least you did get something. Good to see it. All right, I'll get that sleeved up. All right, folks. Well, we're probably going to wrap it up there. Yeah, they are, and it's funny because these cards now look vintage because they're so old. They're not that old, but they feel old. So it's always a bit of excitement to get through. I do miss the good old days when Pokemon was cheap. When I say the good old days, I'm talking like just a year and a half ago. It's just crazy how much it's jumped. It's getting ridiculous. Haven't been able to kind of enjoy it the way I used to enjoy it. Yeah, of course. These are yours, mate. I'll get these sent out. No problems there at all. Appreciate you all, folks. Hopefully we'll be kicking off from next week. So what I've got to do, I've got to go build the campaign. I've got to build out the page, just make sure I break down all the expectations, set up the rules. I'm going to do some photos of the prizes that's happening. Last year, the way we did it is every week it was a new page and a new raffle. It will be similar to that, but it's just going to be slightly different just because they're migrating between platforms. We haven't been able to set it up the same way. So if anything, it's going to be more harder for me because I'll just have to do a little bit more back end stuff. But I'll try and make it as exciting and fun as possible for you all. It just means there's going to be more duck races this year, less on random chance of a program spinning. So lots of duck races, be a lot of fun. And obviously, at the moment, we've probably got over, there must be over $3,000 in prizes at the moment, maybe 4,000. So lots of opportunity. We are raising hopefully $20,000. So I'm expecting you guys to, if anyone does have anything that they would like to donate, maybe you can't donate dollars, but you would like to put towards, it could be a gift card, maybe for runner-up prizes, or it could be, you've got $100 you want to throw, and you didn't want to give the money, you wanted to be able to donate a prize or something. Get in touch with me. More than happy to have the conversation. There's lots of ways you can help. Once we do kick off, I'm going to encourage people to share it as much as possible. Obviously, that means you have less chance of winning, but it also means we have a higher increase of donations coming through. And at the end of the day, our goal is to raise $20,000 for Backpack with Big Kids to change the lives of kids, while having a bit of fun while we do it, right? But the kids are the priority, and let's not lose sight of that. So appreciate you all hanging out tonight. Take it easy, look after yourselves. We will be back here again next week. If we're doing the main event stuff, like if we're kicking off the official campaign, I'll get some sense of comms out in advance, probably another video or whatever. Appreciate you all. Take it easy, look after yourselves, and I really do appreciate you all hanging out with me tonight. Can you put out a list of prizes? Yeah, sure. I'll make a post on my YouTube or on Instagram. All right.